Save the pig! What the heck? A pig with a party hat. Hello, Mr. Piggy. The secret piggy. Save the pig, the game. The whole game you're trying to save the pig's life. Help!
After having reloaded, I ask everyone, so what happened? Oh, well, you might not know this. Well, how would I, right? But when Gale dies, his body exhumes a poison gas cloud that noxiously poisons everyone around it. So because he died, your whole party was in the cloud and you died. Oh, I was supposed to know that. You know, maybe it would have been convenient if they explained that in the entire 5-minute cutscene that happened after he died, explaining how to revive him. Like, would it have been nice to add a little addendum? Oh, by the way, while you're trying to revive me, there's a noxious gas cloud you should avoid. No, that doesn't need to be said. You're just supposed to know that, right? You know what I mean? Like, what? But again, that's the game. This game is like Dark Souls. You need to have so much prerequisite knowledge, and once you have it, then likely it's going to be interesting. But once you're playing from a perspective of a first-timer, this game actually is a pain in the ass, alright? Now, here's the thing. Luckily, for me, alright, I'm an interactive streamer. As I play this game, I'm going to have you guys with me to help me understand these gameplay mechanics that otherwise I'd have to look up on the internet and study to figure out, okay? That's a good thing. That's a great thing. I want to have that interactive experience with all of you, alright?
I would need guidance. I'll go ahead and I'll play it if you guys are going to tell me what to look for. There's no way I'm playing that game without a guide or whatever.
You should immediately change all of the streams for the rest of the week and keep playing Baldur's Gate 3. You shouldn't let the momentum die. You should keep it going. And I said to everyone, well, I'm not going to do that because I have a schedule. I'm a variety streamer. I have people who are expecting me to do various games that I've already scheduled out for the week. Just because I had one booming popular stream for this game doesn't mean that everything else now changes and makes room for it. That's not how I operate. And I got so much shit from people in the chat. Oh my god, Phil has no idea. Listen to this. I love this one. Phil has no idea how to operate a business. Someone actually said that to me in the chat. Me, someone who has run his own business since January of 2011, and I've done this for a living for 13 years, I have no idea how to operate a business, okay?
I'm the one. I'm the one with the successful YouTube channel. Me, Reed.
Good business means to understand when you see a trend, yes, you jump on the trend, you take advantage of it, but you don't completely change everything you're doing to take advantage of a short-term trend. There's a difference between recognizing something that could critically importantly impact your business in a positive way and entirely changing the way you operate to take advantage of something that's going to be fleeting. Okay? So, basically, here's the truth. This is sadly what most YouTubers do. Alright? Jasper, you're very silly. I'm trying to tell a point and you're standing on my lap. It's very hard to make a point when you're standing on me. Okay? He's purring. So, here's the thing. Here's how all the YouTubers operate out there. Okay? Oh, there's a hot new game. It's the new viral game. It's the new Fall Guys. It's the new Among Us. It's the new Pizza Tower. It's the new whatever it is. Oh, we'll play it exclusively for a week or two. And then, oh, the hype's done, drop it. And that's what they do. Like, that's the formula they follow. They don't actually care about the content they're putting out. They don't care about the viewership. They don't care about putting out a good playthrough or something meaningful. All they care about is popularity, views, and money.
That's like me, right? That's like me.
So, they play what's popular, and what's not popular anymore, they drop it like a hot rock and don't give a shit about it ever again. That is very, very bad behavior. And sadly, what has happened is that all of you out there, and I'm sorry, this is true, all of you out there have basically been desensitized. You think that this is okay. It's not. Just because it's what the common YouTuber does, doesn't make it right, doesn't make it valid. These people are disrespecting you. These people don't care about you. They don't care about what you're watching or that you enjoy what they put out. All they care about is that it has that viral popularity to make that money for a few days, and then they move on to the next. How many people jumped on Baldur's Gate 3, played it for a week or two, and then never played it again? Didn't finish it. I would bet a bunch. Because they're all the hype behind it, right? And right now, probably the same thing will happen. A bunch of people, you know, will be buying Baldur's Gate 3 because it won Game of the Year. They'll play it for a little bit, and then they'll drop it again. You know what I'm saying? So, this is why I'm different from other content creators. The fact that I'm here for 15 years, and I'm still successful, despite the fact I'm not a virally popular YouTuber. I don't want to be. I don't want to follow the trend that everyone else does, that you jump on the popular game, you play it for a week, then you drop it like a hot rock. I don't want to do that. I want to make meaningful content for you. I want it that when you come to DSP Gaming, you know that if I started a game that I like, I'm finishing it. You can casually watch it from start to finish at your own leisure. And then, if you enjoy the playthrough, hopefully you would support the channel, right? As opposed to, oh, look, he's playing the same game as everyone else, and so let me just watch it for a couple days, but then know that he's never going to go back to it. Because that's the kind of YouTuber he is, right? That's fleeting popularity. That doesn't mean anything. You know what that means? That's completely worthless content. That content can be watched for a week or two, and then it's not pertinent anymore. Because they didn't finish the game. Because they didn't try to make something meaningful for their audience. They don't even care about their audience. They could give two shits who's on their stream. What they care about is this.
You're the biggest hypocrite on the planet. People will say, Phil's a hypocrite, and Phil doesn't, he's not self-aware.
That's not what I'm here for. That's never what I've been here for. Since the day I started making YouTube videos, I never intended to make $1 making YouTube content. I wanted to make content that was funny, that was meaningful, insightful, honest, different. That's who I've been since day one. Why people still don't understand that, I don't get it, right? Right now, if I played Baldur's Gate 3 all week long, undoubtedly the streams would have had good views. Now, it wouldn't have had as many views as the first stream. I doubt I will ever get 1,300 viewers for Baldur's Gate 3 ever again. I'd be lucky to get 500. Seriously, I'd be surprised if tomorrow when I play it again, we get 500 viewers. Okay? But, likely we'd have more viewers, more support, everything, for about 2-3 days. And then by the time that it's day 4 of me just playing Baldur's Gate 3, everyone would be upset who's a regular around here, right? How many of you who are regulars in the chat right now would want to watch Baldur's Gate 3 for 4 days straight with no other variety? Just clear the schedule to just play Baldur's Gate 3. No Street Fighter, no RoboCop, no late night chill streams of Like a Dragon Gaiden. No react show. Just keep playing Baldur's Gate 3, correct?
Oh my god, he's drinking gin. Gin is great.
Am I right or am I right? How many people would have been upset that I'm not playing everything else, right? And the funny part about it is, then you get people who say really, really dumb things. Like, well, if you're successful, then why do you have to ask for contributions? Because that's my model.
I love begging.
My model is not jump on what's popular, bring in a bunch of no-face viewers who I don't care about, have them throw fucking money at me because I'm playing the popular viral game, and move on to the next nonsensical, meaningless content for mouth droolers. I don't do that. I make meaningful content for a directed audience. It's called curated content.
It's delusion. It's actual egotistical delusion.
Now, if you like that content, if you like that it's different, if you appreciate the fact that this week I stuck to my schedule to play the games that were scheduled, despite the fact that Baldur's Gate 3 did so good yesterday, if you appreciate that, then please come by, enjoy all the content, and support it. And yes, it means I have to mention it. It means I have to have little segments where I have to say, hey, please support this different content. This content that doesn't conform to the mold of what everyone else says you have to do to be a popular streamer or a popular YouTuber. When people come to my streams and they ask me, Phil, what's your best advice for an up-and-coming YouTuber? Do I say, oh, follow the viral trends? Do I say, do constant collaborations? Do I say, hold, cheap, kind of really flash-in-the-pan giveaways, right? To try to get artificial popularity for your content? Do I say, try to, censor everything you say so you sound like you're the nice guy? You know what I'm saying? I keep going. How many things can I say? This is what every popular YouTuber or content creator does, right? How many of those things do I do? 0.
Good Lord, man. Look in the mirror for a second and stop believing your own lies.
Goose egg. 0. I strive to be different because I feel like my style is better. And I should. When you are someone who has your own business and you put out a product, you should feel that your product is superior to everyone else's. I feel like those who come and hang out at my streams and give it a true chance and enjoy the content for what it is, like it a lot more than someone who just goes and watches a popular streamer for a minute. Oh, wow, look at this. He's playing fucking Among Us. Wow, ha, 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 and then they move on. People who come here have retention. They come back because they like the content, because it's different. When you come and hang out on a stream with me, it's not about Phil's playing a game. It's about Phil's hanging out with the audience, right?
Milk that fucking gravy train for as much money as you possibly can. Milk and honey, I like to say.
Those big-time people can't do that. Because what they've done is they created a formula where they only play insanely popular stuff to make money, and they have absolutely no meaning to the content they do. It's just ha ha ha, quick laugh, quick jab. Means nothing. You will never watch that content a month, 2 months, 10 months from now because it means nothing. It was only pertinent to the moment when that game was a virally popular game. I can play Baldur's Gate 3 now. I can play it next month. I can play it in 5 years, and the playthrough will be just as pertinent as good, as opposed to one of those people playing it, and it's only pertinent when the game's hot and new, and then no one cares anymore. Do you see the difference? But a lot of people don't get that, or they simply put, don't want to admit it. Because then that would mean that I'm actually doing something right. And let's face it, the internet doesn't want to act like I'm doing something right. They like having me as their whipping boy. That Phil is the worst content creator. He makes all the wrong decisions, right? That way we can keep our memes going. All our toxic, negative memes can continue. And we can just keep doing what, saying all the nasty things we want about him, right? Well, guess what? I'm here after 15 years because I do things differently. If I had tried to be like everyone else, I would have went out of business years ago. For 2 reasons. Number 1, because I'm not the young spring chicken anymore. Dude, I'm 41 years old. People are going to watch a 20-year-old do that kind of content. They don't care about a 41-year-old doing that kind of content. They don't. I have to differentiate myself from everybody else. You understand? That's number 1. Number 2, I would hate making that kind of content. I don't like making momentary, flash-in-the-pan popular content just to make money. I hate that shit. You understand? I absolutely, positively hate it. I don't like that. I want to be making content that for me feels meaningful. You understand? Like, I want to feel like when I work, when I'm done and I turn off my stream for that day, that people got something out of it. And it wasn't just a cheap laugh, but maybe there's something insightful that happened. Maybe they actually felt like a part of a community.
This is how cults happen, right? DsP cult leader. Slayer says, I'm curious, what are your thoughts on cults? Oh, I love them. So yeah, it's a cult. It's 100% this is a cult, right? The pig cult cocks. That is correct. It's the power of cultish groupthink mentality. I had a cult. Like, I'm brainwashing children. DsP cult leader.
I'm excited to play more Baldur's Gate 3. I can't wait to play more Baldur's Gate 3 tomorrow and Friday, and continuing on with this playthrough in balance with the rest of my variety streamer schedule. That's how I operate. If you have an issue with that, you can go watch someone who played the game for 2 weeks and never played it again because all they cared about was the flash-in-the-pan popularity.
You're a hypocrite, and you're an asshole, and you're an evil person. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me. It's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.